happening, my people? It's your boy Don Sasson with my boy Beast No Supplement. Back again with that. CaughtUp. What's up, my brother? How you doing?
Yes, sir. I'm doing good, brother. I'm doing good, brother. My
How
picks were a
you?
little better this week. I ain't too crazy about it, but you know,
I mean, we getting better at the picks, man. There's some things that like people didn't really see coming, but we'll get into that in a little bit. You feel me? How you enjoyed the action overall? Well, I'll
it
start.
was,
I love the action. The action to
yeah,
me was good. There was a couple of sloppy games, but overall, I think the NFL this year is a lot more competitive. Is a lot more. I don't know. I feel like there's a lot more. The teams are closer than further. So there's only a couple of outliers, and it's like you can see the real football teams from the whack ones. So
yeah,
it's just like everything's coming to light now.
yeah. I mean, after a few weeks of game, like the people were absent of the preseason, absent of the OTAs, So it's like those first couple of games were essentially OTAs, preseason. You finally get to tackle somebody else. So teams are just coming into their own. You see a lot of teams gelling, playing better. Like you said, we already know what teams are whack. We already knew they were going to be whack coming into the season, you know? So now we look at it, it's like, all right, this is about to be some real good football for the next couple of weeks.
What was your favorite game of the entire weekend?
Favorite game. Let me see. May sound a little biased, but I did enjoy the
Come
Saints
on,
game.
man.
I
Come
got no,
on.
I enjoyed I enjoyed the game from the offensive
It
perspective.
was a good game. I'm not
Yeah.
gonna lie to you.
I like Teddy. Teddy looked well. Teddy looked real well in the pocket. He looked very mobile and stuff like that. He got out a lot of dangerous plays. But I like the way our offense played. I mean, Drew played, I wouldn't say phenomenal, but very good. Like he was the highest rated quarterback of the week, of
Yeah.
the weekend. So I mean, I like the way he played. I like the way the offense clicked. Defense, oh man, I'm about to hit blink. I'm about to get on that team because it's looking crazy out there. Someone need to play safety. It's getting me upset.
Man, first and foremost, let's give kudos to myself for telling the world that the Patriots is gonna get smoked up by the 49ers. I told y'all that we looking good. The injury bug is bad, but at the end of the day, bro, we got a phenomenal system. We got players that bought in, and our coaching is good, man. We could put me at running back and I get 100 yards, bro. So, man, we know how to. That's one thing,
Talk to
man.
him.
When it comes to linebackers and running backs, we could develop them. So we in a good space right now. We got Seattle next week. We'll see what's going on with that. And I think we're actually gonna beat them. Everybody's saying that we're gonna get smoked by Seattle, but they don't have a defense. But my favorite game for real was the Titans Steelers game, man. Like that was an old school football game, real gritty, real physical, and
Mhm.
it kind of it showed you that those two teams are gonna be deep in the playoffs.
Yeah,
And even if, to be honest with you, even if Tennessee would have made that field goal, they would have lost in overtime. I don't believe that they would have won that game in overtime.
hmm
So
Well,
that was my favorite game. Big Ben looked kind of shaky though. I ain't gonna lie to you.
yeah. I mean, we definitely, other than our respective teams both took their victory. Yeah, we should definitely talk about that game. Um, yeah, it was definitely a good one. Nice little comeback by Tannehill. Ben, like you said, looked a little shaky. He was on his rapist shit. You know what I'm saying? Like he definitely gave the ball. Now he gave it to someone who wasn't supposed to get it. He
He was
definitely
getting
did that.
raped. They was forcefully taking it from him. No
Exactly.
consent.
No consent at the
No
wrong time.
consent.
But did you see his face at the end? That's pretty much the same outcome he had a couple years ago when it went in his favor. That's
That's
exactly what
a
happened.
fact. I was like, I like that game though, man. I think that those two teams are for real. I think to me, honestly, bro, Pittsburgh, Pittsburgh is good, man.
Yeah,
Pittsburgh
that was
is top two in the NFL to me right now, bro.
yeah. I mean, great performance, undefeated. It's not no like yeah, they had a couple of easy games, but hey, they out here balling, and that's what we're supposed to do.
Where's the
When you have
weakness?
an easy
Where's the
so,
weakness? That's what I want you to tell me. Where's the weakness in Pittsburgh's team? Like, yeah, Devin Bush got injured, which was a major thing. People think that it's like, oh, you could plug and play. Like, nah, bro, that's a
mhm,
major injury.
yeah,
But they're solid all around.
yeah.
Like that's
Offense.
they know how to draft and develop receivers better than any other organization in the NFL. To be honest with
Mhm.
you,
And let's be
and
honest, same with the defense. Them
yeah, the line
linebackers.
is solid, the D line is solid, everything is solid. So it's like I don't. I would take Pittsburgh's team overall over Kansas City's team overall
I see what you're
because
talking about.
Kansas City's defense is kind of like hit or miss. Like they
Hmm.
play big, but I don't feel like they like teams that they supposed to smoke. They don't. Like
Yeah.
offensively, they will.
Hmm.
Like, and I'm kind of talking shit. People gonna be like, "Oh, they just smoked Denver," but Denver's not a real team, bro. I'm talking about
Yeah.
like Las Vegas. They shouldn't have lost to the
Yeah.
Raiders. You think Pittsburgh will lose to the
No.
Raiders? Come on now. But all in all, that was my favorite game of the weekend. What do you want to get into first, man? Aside from all of that, was your most glaring? What's your most glaring thing that you've seen this last weekend?
This last weekend, I guess we could start with the Seattle Cardinal game. The
Mm-hmm.
reason I say that because I know a lot of people tuned in, definitely loved the last segment from what I've been hearing, and I did say Lockett. That was my first guy for fantasy.
Big ups to you,
He went
Philly
appreciate
Burger.
he went the hell off. So it's just like, yo, if he made you some bread, because from my advice, just holler at me. You know what I'm saying? Like got a little appreciation text. I love it. But that's what I did. I did call Lockett to go off. And hey, that was a great game.
That's a fact. That was a phenomenal game. On air, I picked the Seahawks, but I actually picked Arizona for my tickets just because I had seen how Arizona played the Cowboys and kind of like that intensity defensively. And I feel
Mhm.
like push comes to shove, if both offenses are firing, the better defense is going to win the game. So
Yeah.
that's exactly what happened.
Yeah.
Now, my what I really want to get into, well, first and foremost, let's talk about that division. The highest winning percentage in the NFL, toughest
Mhm.
division. They could
Yep.
possibly have four teams, which I don't think that's going to happen. And I actually think that Arizona is going to be on the outside looking in because Arizona
Yeah.
to me is a year away from being great. I feel like they don't have all the
Hmm.
pieces yet, especially on the like
Yeah.
their pressure packages come from defensive backs. They don't have just a pass rush where they could drop 7 and they'll be good. So
Yeah.
they need one good more pass rush
Chandler
and they'll be
Jones
fine.
being hurt was big.
What?
Yeah. Chandler Jones being hurt was huge. So yeah, you're
Right.
right. Another
But even
pass
with
rusher, of
Chandler
course, if he
Jones, they
comes
need
back healthy.
somebody on the other side, and then they'll be
Oh
good.
yeah, a compliment for sure. For
But
sure.
I think that is gonna be. I think the Rams are gonna win the division, and then Seattle too, and then San
Mhm.
Francisco is gonna be another wild card team. For the simple fact that Seattle's defense, man, like I mean, late in the season they could do something with Jamal Adams coming back, and then now they got trade. They got Carlos Dunlap, but I don't see them winning the division.
Yeah, 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 for sure. I definitely see that. That's a very tough division. Like I'm happy the Saints aren't in that division. That shit rough. We play y'all this, you know what I'm saying? We played the Saints, we played the 49ers, we played the Seahawks. We had a kind of a tough schedule ahead of us.
Mm-mm. Sorry, I had to finish
It's
my
all
smoothie.
good.
Anyway, I mean, I don't think the Saints could beat the 49ers. Tell you that right now, bro.
Oh man, the shit talking early.
Yeah, I don't think that's
We
happening. I'm gonna tell you that right now.
ready for that.
Unless,
I said we'll get in that when the
that's a
time
fact.
comes. When the time
That's a big fact. That's for sure. But listen, man, we've gone on for too long without talking about the worst team in the NFL. I think that the Cowboys are worse than the Jets. I think they're worse than the Giants,
really,
and I think they're worse than
really.
the Broncos. For the simple fact that they have the pieces, but the pieces ain't playing. So that means that mentally the team
Yeah.
is checked out. They're no good, and that makes you a very bad team. Like that, I have no respect for them. To me, they're showcasing. They're putting the worst football on film. Bro, your man Andy Dalton slides. Everybody doesn't even. Nobody gets pressed. Nobody gets pushed. Bro, you saw what Pouncey did to Miles Garrett and them. So what we doing? But
Huh?
then again, who's raising them? Jerry Jones, Mike McCarthy, who's come on now.
All I'm saying, Jason Garrett is watching the game clapping because that wouldn't have happened with Jason Garrett.
Coach Clap.
Exactly. Exactly. But yeah, so what you were saying, yeah, that was ridiculous. He got popped by John Bostic. John Bostic should have been in a body bag after that. They just looked. They didn't even look at him. They went to see if Andy Dalton's good. Like, that was nice. No, your man got popped. That's the quarterback. That's the leader of your team. Where are you? Zeke, where are you? Oh, this I'm gonna eat. Eat what? Come on. You
Amari
protect your
Cooper was the
quarterback.
first person there, and your man just looks at the quarterback. What's going on, man? What what
You know, he
what?
just got that contract. He made a business decision. He was like, nah, I'm good.
Nah, but the thing about it is, like, come on, man. You gotta ride for your players, bro. Like, you know how many wide receivers are feisty? Like, yo, that if that happens to Josh Allen, you think that Stephon Diggs is just gonna be chilling there, like, oh yeah, it's lit. Stephon Diggs is
Oh no,
fighting,
you
bro.
already know. Big facts.
Kelsey's
Big facts.
fighting if that happens to Mahomes.
Of
All of them, bro.
course.
So it's
Of
like
course.
even Michael Thomas, bro. Michael Thomas is swinging like any receiver you could think of, and
Yeah.
I'm just talking receivers. The O lines is a given, but even receivers, like yo, bro, that happens to their quarterback. They scrapping. So I don't know, man.
Facts.
That team just has
They
no
need a
heart, and to me, they're the worst team in the NFL. Yes.
well, I'm gonna make a little segue into that. Speaking of the worst team in the NFL, just because it concerns me as far as the NFC East. I think the Jets are still trash and they're gonna be trash for the next maybe 3-4 years.
Nah.
So,
If they get Trevor Lawrence, they ain't gonna be trash. You bugging?
but that's the thing. If Trevor Lawrence wants to come out, Trevor Lawrence is talking. I might go back to school. He might get his degree.
Nah, he needs to do the
He
Eli
ain't trying to
Manning.
play for the Jets. So watching that game, the Jets versus the Bills, that concerns me for the Bills. They played them very well.
The
Very
Bills,
well. Like the
the Bills
NFC
are not
East.
as good as you think they are, bro.
Mhm.
Continue though.
Yeah, it was definitely surprising watching that game. But the organization, the Jets, they're like as bad as the organization for the Knicks. So the Jets, there's no hope. Like I said, yeah, Trevor Lawrence would be amazing, but like Trevor Lawrence is like, nah, I'm good. So we'll see as the season progresses if he wants to do that. But of course, it's like everybody's a football fan, obviously tuning in. So it's like we want Trevor Lawrence to go to a team. We don't want to see his career end very early because that that organization is shit for quarterbacks. Granted, they ain't been, good quarterbacks, but as good as Trevor Lawrence is and has the potential to be under that organization, that line, those playmakers around him, I can't even say playmakers, those non-playmakers around him, his career is going to be cut really short.
Well, this is what I'll say about that. Although the Jets are a mess, I feel like if they do get Trevor Lawrence, they're gonna shape up because it's like now there's no
Mm-hmm.
excuse. Like nobody was really sold on Mark Sanchez until they won those games, and it was because of the defense. No one was really like, "Yo,
Mm-hmm.
Sam Darnold, we Gucci for the next 10 years." Like nobody ever said that. But
You're
Trevor
right. You're right.
Lawrence is generate. Like if you fuck this up,
Mm-hmm.
you're gonna have to sell the team. Like you gotta relocate. Like for real. Like you
Facts.
can't possibly mess this up. That's like if the Knicks would have drafted LeBron James. Like you can't fuck it up. So I
Yeah.
feel like if
Word.
they
Word.
do get a player of that caliber, they'll definitely shape up. But if I was him, I'll do the Eli Manning. I'm like, yo, I'm Gucci on ya. I'll tell him in the meeting, like, yo, listen, that is not happening, bro. So get your best trade package going, cause I'm not fucking. Or pick somebody else.
Yeah. I like that. The old Eli,
Yeah,
Arch
you got to
Manning, the
do that.
mafia of the NFL. Arch is
Got
like,
to do
nah.
that. Now talking about the Bills
Yeah.
are not as good as people think they are, bro. They played bad versus Tennessee.
Mm-hmm.
They should have lost to the Rams.
Mm.
This just game, they didn't
Mm-hmm.
score a touchdown.
That
It
comes.
was 6 field goals
Yeah.
versus the
Yeah.
the worst team in the NFL. So it's like I put them in the same space as Baltimore, but they're not as good as Baltimore defensively.
Yeah, true.
They're kind of
They
like
got the
mirror
pieces. That
teams.
was disappointing.
What happened?
Hmm. I said they got the pieces, which is disappointing.
I don't know, man. Defensively, they don't rise up to the challenge, and then it's like, all right, so they're playing New England
No,
this
they
week.
don't. Not at all.
They're playing New England this week. How much money you
Mhm.
want to bet New England beats them?
I believe Cam is so mad at himself. He's ready to come out and ball. So, we'll touch on that in the following segment. But yeah, it's a good chance.
Listen, man, the Bills, they gotta shape up, bro, because they getting these squeaky losses or these squeaky wins where it's like, oh yeah, a dub is a dub, but bro, you playing bad. You playing bad, bad, bad. No young thug.
Mhm.
And we could
Yeah.
segue into that. We could segue into that, bro, because I watched every second of that game, and Cam Newton is my favorite quarterback, bro. So to see him getting smoked
Yeah.
like that was very disappointing. And not so much that
Mhm.
he was getting smoked. One, there was no separation from the receivers, but I'm not gonna make an excuse. There was balls that he threw that didn't the receivers didn't have a chance. And that's
Yeah.
absurd. Now I get it where it's like your mechanics are bad because the pressure and you getting smoked, but at the end of the day, bro, you if you are who you think you are, you gotta make these plays, boy. He's not
Yeah.
taking the opportunity to run. Like he's not being instinctual. I feel like now he's thinking about every play. Like there's plays where if you go back into that game and you look at the game, there's plays where he has lanes to run. Now they were spying
Mhm.
him with Fred Warner, who's a phenomenal linebacker, all pro,
Mhm.
or should be all pro if he's not. But like I said, you gotta be a playmaker. You can't just be running the system because at the end of the day, you don't have the pieces. And this game, bro,
Yeah.
he needs to ball.
Yeah. Yeah. This would be it for sure. For sure.
He needs to
Definitely
ball.
agree with you with that. Yeah.
And then, hey,
There was one game. Mhm.
go ahead, go ahead, go ahead. I think we're gonna talk about the same thing.
Now, in fact, there was one game we just talk about balling and stuff like that that really caught my eye, low key, and that was a really good game. I could say that's probably my second favorite game to watch. Yo, that Browns Bengals game, that was a fun game to watch.
That was a great game to watch. Yo, the Bengals, man, they
And I
they gonna
first
be
want to
good.
acknowledge, yeah, bro. Like, I mean, they're just a couple years away, you know what I'm saying? Right free agents, maybe draft, you know what I'm saying? As far as that defense not closing and stuff like that, O-line getting better. But there's one thing I want to say. Baker Mayfield is still ass. I don't care about that 5 TD performance.
Yup,
You know, heal up Odell because the only reason Odell tore his ACL is off a pick that Baker threw when he made the tackle.
that's a
So
fact.
Baker Mayfield is still ass. But the game was good. From a fan's perspective, it was back and forth. My man Cool Joe did everything to win the game. But that defense ain't do it. It's tough. It's tough.
Listen, man, that particular game was very fun to watch. The Detroit game was actually good too. Most people
Mhm.
didn't watch that game, and
Yeah.
people fault Todd Gurley for what he did. But at the end of the day, they still had to play defense, bro. At the end of the day, you got to play
Facts,
defense.
facts.
And Detroit had to score a touchdown to win. They didn't.
Yeah.
It wasn't field goal. They needed to score a touchdown, and they had a minute left. So at the end of the day, Raheem Morris, that's your specialty. You
Hmm.
fucked that up.
Yeah.
Everybody and Tom Gurley blamed himself, rightfully so. I understand that, but at the end of the day, bro, you still got to play ball. There's so many plays where y'all could have made stops, y'all could have made them run out the clock and use all them timeouts, but y'all didn't. So don't blame Todd Gurley. But back to the Bengals and the Browns, man.
Hmm.
The Browns is another one of those funny, like rinky-dink teams. I actually think that Odell getting hurt is better for them offensively
Hmm.
because now Baker Mayfield is like, all right, I'm gonna just spread the ball around. You feel me?
Yeah.
And then Joku wants to get traded, which is fine because they don't even fuck with him. They like Austin Hooper and all that. And
Hmm.
Jarvis Landry is Jarvis Landry, but they got the kid. Is it Higgins? It's not T Higgins. It's
Yeah. Yeah. Rashad Higgins. Rashad Higgins.
Rashad Higgins. There you go. And they have a couple of like people's Jones is on that team too, right? He caught the winning touchdown, right?
I believe so.
So they have a couple of young cats. Stefanski's gonna do his thing, but Baker Mayfield's still garbage. And if they get stopped running the ball, which their O line is pretty good, if they get stopped running the ball, their run O line is good. That's let me put it very very clear.
Yeah.
If they get stuffed and he is forced to throw, they not winning no games, bro. And I'm
Yeah.
talking crunch time. I'm not talking like regular season pull out. I'm talking playoff money time. Not happening.
Yeah.
So
I hear you.
before we get into we're gonna do the Tampa Bay game, then we talk about the hierarchy to end it off. So
Hmm.
Tampa Bay looking good, bro. Cause now the Gronk
Yeah.
action, that Gronk and chill is available now. And then they just got AB. People's like, oh, is AB gonna act right? Nigga, of course he's gonna act right. What do you think? He's with Tom Brady. When he was in New England, people was like, oh no, he fucked up New England. He didn't do nothing. All happened, he got
Mhm.
booked, and they was like, yeah, we're not fucking with you. And then he got tight and talked about Robert Kraft, but he didn't mess that up. Antonio Brown's gonna eat.
Mhm.
They're gonna go up and down the field with him and Gronk, and then end zone when Chris Godwin comes back because he just had surgery. Yo, bro,
Mhm.
Tom Brady is literally gonna like it's progression. It's like, oh, you're not open, boom. It's not like, all right, I'm gonna go
Yeah.
to you here unless it's in the end zone with Gronk and Chill.
Yeah. I mean, potentially, when you look at the Bucks, yeah, like wow, you know what I'm saying? As far as offensive firepower, let's just say everybody's healthy. It's just like it's to a point where it's like, dang, who do I throw the ball to? You know what I'm saying? Because they are all top receivers at their position. And I'll be honest, bro, before that, that fake year last year, that one game he played with the Pats, that Raiders whole meltdown, I had Antonio Brown ranked as number one.
That's a fact.
I had him number one, and I had Julio number two, and I had Mike number three. That was my ranking. And then, what happened. And, obviously times change. We have different receivers. Like D Hop is the guy who's the man right now. But other than that, it's like, damn, we got all respectively top five, top 10 receivers on one team. And you're a receiver. It's not like, oh, he's a receiver. He can't play the slot. No, he's a receiver. He's been playing every position since high school.
XYZ,
So
baby.
you put the you put them in exactly. Then you got the tight end, so it's like potentially it is crazy. So it's like defensive coordinators gonna have nightmares trying to stop that if everything works. But at the same time, we can only hope because Antonio Brown really seems like he's a little fucked up in the head, like that Burfict hit from years ago that everybody remember
I
that
think he
Juju even defended him for. Like that's what I think when shit went downhill for him. But it's just like, hopefully, but like I said, the potential is, ridiculous. But yeah, he should act right, but we don't know because Arians still have a little beef with him. He's like eating his words now.
yeah,
Remember before, like, oh, nah, I'm
yeah.
not going to sign him. All of a sudden, yeah, we signed him for 1 year. Like, oh, no, Tom Brady is the boss. He told you. He said, nah, Arians, this is my team.
Tom Brady's on his LeBron shit. He's the coach and the GM. Nah, but honestly, bro, this is the thing about Antonio Brown prior. Like, this is the thing. People saying that, oh, nah, that he's a little messed up in the head. Yeah, he's a little cool. He's a Florida guy from Dade County or Hollywood or wherever he's from. But he's from Florida.
He definitely
People
is.
from
Definitely
Florida are fucking crazy, dog.
is.
How many articles have you seen about people just like the headlines don't even make sense in Florida? Man wrestles alligator, like dumb shit like that. So I blame that on Florida.
Mhm.
But the Pittsburgh thing, when there's smoke, there's fire, bro. Le'Veon Bell was talking about the same thing, and they was talking about particularly the relationship with the quarterback, the relationship with management, with the organization. They don't
Yeah.
fuck with you unless you one of their golden boys. They don't fuck with you, and I respect that honestly.
Mhm.
Like it's not like he's any player; he's the star player on the team. Now, yeah, he's a little head case. All right, cool, but at the end of the day, it's like, yo, bro, your quarterback should bang with you a little more if you basically getting him mad records and passing yards. And
Mhm.
then Le'Veon Bell said the same thing. And then, come on, now the New England thing, nothing really happened. I think he's gonna act right. I think he's gonna ball. The only thing that I have against Tampa, not against them, but it's like I would like to see their depth defensively, especially in the secondary, because they have two phenomenal linebackers that's good, but
Yeah.
some of the D backs are young,
Yeah.
and if anyone gets hurt, how would the second guys do? That's
Yeah.
what,
You're
that's
right.
what I would like to see
Yeah.
because teams like Tennessee, they have depth. Teams like even San Francisco, yo, we probably have the most injuries in the league, but we still afloat because we got depth.
Yeah.
So it's like I want to
Yeah.
see
Facts.
how Tampa Bay is developing their players under the starters, the plug and play. That's how you win chips.
Mhm. Yeah. True. Depth wins. Depth wins. But you're right. Like those are young DBs. They're probably gonna be phenomenal in their careers. They're really balling with Todd Bowles coaching them. They're really balling. So yeah, down the line. But yeah, shit happens. You know what I'm saying? Like
Exactly.
the Saints end up signing a bum ass corner because we have no depth and our team is already fucking up as it is. So just like yeah, you don't have depth when it comes to this season, this long season that people keep on forgetting. Like Super Bowl is next week. Like you know what I'm saying? There's nobody guaranteed right now. You guys still got a ball to get the playoffs. So it's just like, yo, depth counts. Injuries come in. That's why we have the bye weeks. People don't even get healed up on the bye weeks. McCaffrey isn't even healthy yet. You know what I'm saying? He just got cleared to practice. You know what I'm saying? Like Mike Thomas re-injured. You know what I'm saying? Just like top names, that are being lost or not be able to make it in. They got to get back their footing and all that stuff. So it's like, yeah, football's a real sport. Like people gotta really understand, like, especially from two guys that played the sport. You
Fact.
know what I'm saying? Like we know the vibe. So yeah, that's how I feel
Yeah,
about it.
man. Getting over an injury and then is you never like if you get injured during the season, you're gonna be injured the entire season. It's
Yeah.
literally about how much pain you could deal with and how you could play on that pain, how you can adjust to the pain.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's impossible to heal during a season unless your team is that nice and your coach is like, yo, just sit for 3 weeks and you got it. Like we
Yeah.
Gucci. Like you could just relax. And even then, bro, you're not gonna come back from a high ankle sprain like it's nothing. Like, bro, as soon as you cut wrong or you go to block and somebody hits you, there's whoop right there. But
Yep.
I say that to say this. It's about to be week 8. So let's revise
Mm-hmm.
the top 5 in the Super Bowl picks.
Is it week 8? Are we starting week 8?
Yeah, it's about to be week
Or is
8.
that following this week? We just finished week 7, right?
Let me do it.
Dang, wow, time's flying. No, we're
Yeah,
not
it's
week
about
8
to be.
yet,
Yeah,
right?
it's
Because
about to
most
be week
teams
8,
at
bro.
6 games, right?
What?
Oh wow, it's crazy. It's
It's about
crazy.
to be week
I
8.
said it's crazy. Like time flying out here. Time
Facts.
flying out here.
Give me your top 5.
Um, top 5 overall. All
Yeah,
right, let's take a
overall.
look. See. NFC, you got to go with Russ at number
Nah, I'm
one.
talking about one,
Seahawks,
two,
you got
three,
the best
regardless of
record in NFC.
conference.
Oh, I was just jumping back and forth. My fault.
Oh,
All
nah, give
right,
me one. The
got the
best team to
Seahawks
you want the Seahawks is your number one team in the NFL?
right now in the NFC.
No, I'm
Because
talking
I'm
about in the
going for conference.
entire
My fault.
league.
Like that's what. Oh, okay. Tie. Black and yellow is number one, undefeated. We can't negate that. Black and yellow is number one. Seahawks number two with the second best record.
Hmm, I don't know how to feel about that one, bro. Seahawks are number
It's
2.
like Seahawks the second best record. Um, let's see, Chiefs. That's they tie with the same record. That's 3. We got the Packers. That's 4. And to top it off, based off firepower, the Bucks, top 5 team in the NFL right now.
Okay. So mine is a little AFC heavy. So I actually do have Pittsburgh at number 1. I
Mm-hmm.
have Kansas City at bullshit. I have Tampa Bay at 2,
Mm-hmm.
Kansas City at 3. Then I actually have Tennessee at 4 based on the way they've played.
Oh shit, I forgot about Tennessee. Bugging.
Exactly. The only thing that hinders Tennessee is their kicking game.
Yeah. Oh.
That already lost them potential. That lost them last week, and the week before on that Monday Night Football. Not the week before, but on that Monday Night Football, he missed mad kicks and he thankfully won it. And then to round it out, I'm gonna go with the Packers. And the reason I got the Packers at 5 after I told people that's my Super Bowl pick,
Mm-hmm.
they're not physical. They're a finesse football team. And I'm really interested to see how they're going to do against the 49ers this time around
Mm-hmm.
and how they're going to play the more physical teams in the league. Because, yeah,
Okay.
you can throw the ball around the yard, but if up front, if you get beat up and you get washed up, then what you going to do? Your defense is not ferocious
Yeah.
enough to shut anybody out. So I want to see. I want to see how they're going to play
Mm-hmm.
those physical teams. That's why I got them at 5.
All right. So I definitely feel we should revisit this topic around week 12. You know what I'm saying? Because that's when records really start to show. You know what I'm saying? Like some are going to be a crazy range in the win to lose column. You know, some are going to be borderline, you know, like the dumpster division. But we ain't going to acknowledge that. But, you know,
Not at all. Far
revisit
from
around
it.
week 12.
Who you got in the Super Bowl right now?
The Super Bowl right now is too premature, bro. It
Nah,
really
say
is.
it. I don't care.
Super Bowl, I'm picking my team. That's what I'm saying. It's Super Bowl bound or bust. I'm picking my
Versus
team.
who? Versus who?
Right now in the AFC, it would have to be black and yellow right now. Most complete team.
I have Kansas City versus Tampa Bay.
Mm-hmm. And I respect it. And the only reason I say this, like I said, why I say I do feel it's like wild, premature and stuff like that. And a lot of people might say, oh, this and that. But listen, you got to understand, there's a lot of people who watch our stuff and they're Giants fans. You know what I'm saying? Like the Giants had no business winning the Super Bowl when they were 9-7. So that's why I say it's premature
Both
to
times.
say so early because anything can happen. We just acknowledge the fact it's a long season. Shit happens, injuries, depth, and all that stuff like that. But yeah, as me personally being a Saints fan, I'm picking my team to go for it all. But right now, the top 5 teams, I gave you who I felt. But yeah, that's how I feel as things go. But like I said, we progress, you know, as week 12, get our topic, things might change. Your team might do better. My team might do better. Worse, we don't know. We'll see what happens.
Yo, and listen, man, we gonna be back later this week with these predictions and these picks.
Yes,
Get y'all
sir.
some money, get y'all some fantasy wins, and we'll go from there.
Yes,
Any last
sir.
words, my brother?
That's where people keep on watching. We're gonna keep on delivering this good content. We try to get better every single segment, not just every week.
Sure.
We trying to get better. We want to entertain y'all, and we appreciate the love, the views, taking the time to watch. We love it.
Appreciate y'all, man. We gonna ramp it up, man. By the end of the season, you gonna be seeing this shit looking like it's on FS1. Watch.
Yes, sir.
Signing
Caught
out.
up.
Yo. See ya.
Sign up. All right.